Hello, my fellow sensitive people. It is I, Tarot with Whimsy. I am in the chapel. It's about 2 in the morning, and I've been meditating. I did a remote here in the chapel. And I got a song for the month, and the song I got is Wade in the Water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble the waters. So, I don't know why, but that's the song that came to me. I don't have my cards with me right now, but I just really feel every time I do a meditation on the Senate, specifically, that what Barr was doing was trying to give the president time to decide what he wanted to do, whether or not he wanted to resign, continue to fight, and also to give time to conservatives to push as many judges through. We have talked about that, but they knew that as much as they delay, they cannot hold off the inevitable. And so we now find ourselves in a very interesting situation. And when that happens, when it all falls apart, we will start to see the Republicans begin to say, but no, I didn't know. And the fracture of the Republican Party is very apparent energetically, but not necessarily publicly, because of this thing I keep hearing from Grassley: we've got to stick together, we've got to stick together. So there's a difference between publicly presenting as sticking together and actually being together, united. There's probably about 13 Republicans, when I go into the energy, that are already done with this president, because they're getting nervous. They've got to get ready. They're in swing states. The Midwest is crumbling. Iowa is very unhappy with this president, as is much of the Midwest, much of the farming communities that have been hit hard by tariffs. So they've got a problem on their hands. They've also got a problem with women, not to mention other communities, LGBTQ, et cetera, people of color, etc. So they know it's collapsing, so they are pushing through as many draconian laws as possible before it all collapses. It's a little bit scary, because it's as if Putin was so vengeful and angry at Obama, which was one of the things I picked up in the remote. He was so angry at Obama that he wanted to topple Obama the way that George Bush Jr. toppled the statues of the guy in Iraq. So yeah. So I saw the statues of Obama collapsing. That was really the goal of Saddam Hussein. Excuse me. That was really the goal of Putin. It was to topple the policies of Obama and Hillary Clinton, because they were both extremely hard on Russia. So now things are escalating in the Middle East, but I feel like something's going to be stopped by the international community. The bombing that I had talked about, I was trying to find out where the bombing that was being planned was going to. I had a feeling it was going to happen in Europe. I had a feeling it was going to be France, but you want to be careful what you say, because you don't want to freak people out. The interesting thing about seeing the bombing, because they had planned it for quite a while, from what I was able to pick up, is that it was going to be a lot worse than it actually was. As horrible as it is that 8 people died and I think 20 were wounded, the intention of this group was to kill hundreds more than actually died. So it was a far less people than was intended when I and the other sensitives were picking that up. All right, so that is my remote. Thanks for listening, everybody, and I'll try and continue to send you messages throughout this trip. Take care. Bye-bye.